Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're old and you already been here, I don't need to go get you a drink. You know where the kitchen is. And if you are new, thank you for coming back. I'll get you a drink. It's story time. But first, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I repeat, hit that subscribe button and like this video if you like it. Let's get into story time. I know there's a couple people out there that have been watching my videos since day one, and I want to say, I love y'all. I love y'all. There's a couple people I know personally that tell me I watch your videos all the time. Thank you guys. You guys have love for me, and you guys know I love you. This story time is, as you can tell by the title, it's about an ex-boyfriend. It wasn't a current boyfriend, not the one from Bahamas, not the one that is in Saudi Arabia. It's a boyfriend that I used to date in middle school. And so for the sake of the video, we're gonna name him Justin. He does look like he could be a Justin. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? I met this guy in middle school, and his name, we're gonna say, is Justin. Now, I mentioned Justin in a past video. If you go to hilarious videos by my exes, he was one of the ones that I mentioned in that video. I met him in middle school. So I moved from a city that I used to stay in, and I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. This school was wild and crazy. This was the opposite of the school that I used to go to. I was in 8th grade, and he was so cute. Like, he was crazy. He was one of those kids that he was like a class clown. Everybody knew who he was. And he was really, really funny. Couple people told me, you know, he liked me or whatever, but I was the new girl, and everybody likes the new girl, right? Everybody likes the new kid. The new kid gets all the clout. But it wasn't just me that was new. It was me and my aunt and my uncle and my stepbrother. It was all 4 of us going to the same school in the same grade. So of course everybody knew the new kids, and so there you go. One day he came up to me and he gave me a note, and basically he told me he liked me and he thought I was pretty and all this other flattering stuff, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's kind of cute. But the thing was, like, for one, I wasn't allowed to have boyfriends, so you know what I'm saying, it wasn't like we could really like hang outside of school, because I knew that wasn't about to happen. And not only that, but he was like a wild kid a little bit. Like, he used to be like always, not saying he was always in trouble, but he was known for one of the kids that always got called out for doing something. And so I already knew that was not gonna fly with my people. So, you know, I just kept it, you know, just like at a high and by type thing. One day I decided I would be his girlfriend. And so basically, you know, he would walk me to my classes and things like that. He would even get in trouble to get put in my classes. Like, every art class that I had, he somehow was in there, even though he wasn't supposed to be in that class. So I was just like, he's so sweet. Like, he was so cute. Like, I had a thing for, like, I don't want to say like chubby guys, but like kind of like chubby guys. Like, that was my thing. Like, my homegirls already know. They already know what it is. So like, that was my thing. And he was kind of chubby. He was tall. He was brown skinned. He had waves or whatever. And I was just like, he's so cute. But people would like ask me, like, some of my friends would be like, you like Justin? What in the world? Like, but he was really sweet. Like, he was wild and crazy, but he was super sweet to me. And a song that till this day reminds me of him, like, anytime I hear it, I'll think of him, is that song by Floetry, Say Yes. Like, he loved that song. and he was singing that song, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like he's crazy. I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to like see him outside of school unless I like went to the movies or something. But honestly, like I knew it wasn't gonna work because my parents were strict, so I already knew like that wasn't gonna fly. But one day, I was talking to my little homegirl, and I told her like, I need to break up with him. Like I already knew, like I need to break up with him. It's not gonna work. And so basically, I wrote him a note. that I wrote him a note saying that I was moving and he couldn't be with me anymore because I was moving. And I lied, and I don't even know, that didn't even make any sense. But somehow he believed me, and his little heart, I think, was a little crushed because he wrote me another note about it. He was just saying, like, why can't we be together? And he even told me he loved me. You know what I'm saying? A little puppy love. You know what I'm saying? But we stayed friends. We always stayed friends. After 8th grade or whatever, I went to high school, and we went to different high schools. I did not see him for years, but I used to always think about him. And so one day, my friend came up to me and was just like, oh, I saw Justin at the mall. He was asking about you. He wanted your number because he knew that we went to the same school and stuff. And so I told him I would let you know. Now at this time, I was already cuffed up. You know what I'm saying? I had my little boo thing already. So I already knew. I was like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Basically, I told her just, yeah, drop it. I didn't really think too much of it after that because I just kind of figured in my head, like, if he was wild in middle school, I'm pretty sure he's like wild and buck wild in high school. And I already knew that wasn't gonna fly. So I just like brushed all that off. It's crazy because a couple months after she told me that, I found out that he ended up getting killed. So this is what happened. Um, he had a girlfriend as well, come to find out. So he was going to his girlfriend's house. So either he rode the bus to his girl's house or he walked to his girl's house. And on his way to her house, somebody shot him, and they basically dragged his body into the woods next to, I guess, a bus stop area. So he may have been riding a bus. So it had to be nighttime. But they basically dragged his body into the woods, probably took his stuff, and left him there. And then someone found him, I guess, a next day or whatever. But what's crazy is he was on his way to see his girlfriend, and she was pregnant. So, yeah. If you're familiar with North Carolina schools, he went to West Charlotte. He was a football player. He was definitely on a different path. I know a couple people that knew him said he was staying out of trouble. You know, his new girl, she was pregnant, so maybe that made him want to change. But, I'm pretty sure he would have went off to college. But yeah, they shot him, and no one knows, from what I know, no one knows who actually killed him to this day. It's really sad that people go out their way to end someone's life over senseless things. I don't know why he got killed. It's crazy. I was gonna go to his funeral and everything. I was dressed to go, had on my all black, but I didn't end up going for whatever reason. But it was in the news. It was in the newspaper. I cut it out, saved it, still have it. And so I just think it's sad that his child, will never know him because he was a sweet, sweet guy. And I kind of wish I would have, seen him or talked to him before all that happened. I just feel really bad that the last time that someone had mentioned him to me, I kind of like brushed it off like, I ain't worried about him. Heck, kind of like that for no reason. And like he was so sweet to me, like in middle school. Like this guy was he was really sweet. Like he was really really sweet, and I'm pretty sure he'd have been a great guy like to be with now. Overall, a really nice, funny, sweet teddy bear. It's just really sad that this happened. I know he was excited about having a kid. Um, and so it's like you just never know when you'll see somebody again. So yeah. But rest in peace to Justin. But yeah, that's my story. So make sure that you're nice to everybody and you reach out to people because you just never know. But so yeah, make sure you hit that like button if you like this story. Make sure if you're new, subscribe. And then also make sure you hit that notifications bell so you get all the updates on all my latest videos. And so until next time, I'll see you guys later.